Going Up Tour!
I'm Erik Trinidad, and my job is taking me all around the world.
Today I'm in Philadelphia, that city of brotherly love, American history, and cholesterol-raising sandwiches. At least that's what I knew going in, but I think there might be a little bit more than that. So I'm gonna meet up with Tim McAleer and find out.
Everybody's like Rocky, the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, and Ben Franklin. We'll learn about him a little bit today.
Okay.
But for me, it's about the community, family, small businesses. Ready to go rolling?
Yeah, let's do it.
Your first Philly tradition, jaywalking.
Yeah.
Tim runs a successful tour company here in Philly.
We are a family business, and that extends to the people around me.
And it's all because he's a local and gets people in the community involved.
Philly really resonates with locals.
Yeah.
And so they know authenticity.
It hasn't always been a smooth ride for Tim's business.
There's been at least one trolley sitting in my driveway for the last 4 or 5 years now.
But when he's firing on all cylinders, he's known as having one of the best independent tour companies in Philadelphia.
This is actually a famous South Philly artist. His name is Isaiah Zagar.
All that being said, today we're actually going off tour with Tim to learn about his life and see his version of the city he calls home.
Paesano's, I heard of this. Like, are we stopping here?
They call this Cheesesteak Vegas, and we are not stopping here. We like to send the tourists here so that we don't have lines at the places we really like.
Okay.
We ditch Cheesesteak Vegas because Tim has a more local spot for me to check out, but not without an obligatory run up the Rocky Steps to, you know, build up an appetite.
Hey! Yeah, you gotta do one of these things.
Before I knew it, it's time for a real Philly cheesesteak at Tim's go-to place where they actually let me make it myself. You can't do that in Cheesesteak Vegas.
I've always seen this done on television, and here I am doing it myself. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but ooh, it's hot.
My meat to cheese to bread ratio might have been a little off. Okay, it was a sloppy mess, but it still tasted pretty damn good.
It's hot. Oh, good.
Campo's opened its doors in 1947 as a butcher shop, and in the 90s, it became what it is today, thanks to this man right here.
During the holidays, we used to have livestock down the base,
Wait, in Philadelphia?
and your father would take it to the back, slice his throat, and they'd cut it up and
Enjoy.
yeah.
Now you have a cheesesteak place.
Befriending Mr. Campo is one of the reasons why Philly is such a special place for Tim, but no one has been more of an inspiration to him than one particular guy named Ben.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah, that's the Ben.
Wow, the Ben.
The Ben. People don't realize, like, he was in great shape as a young
look at him.
right? Some people say he looks jacked. I say he looks chiseled.
Yeah.
Ah. And this is my favorite building in the world.
He takes me to the top of City Hall. It's actually where he popped the big question to his girlfriend over 500 feet above the street.
I hope you didn't propose with the view of New Jersey.
No.
A quick call with his now wife, Abby, corroborated his story.
You knew it was about to happen, right?
I had an idea.
Tim calls up one of his drivers to pick us up in the trolley bus he uses for his tours. Tim's bus tour is different from others due to one little factor. They're BYOB.
There it is.
There we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're drinking on a bus.
That's a pretty cool idea, right?
Yeah.
Wait until the city sees us and shuts me down now.
Tim always drinks a beer with a little snack, so he takes me to one of his go-to places in South Philly that has what he believes are the best baked goods around. Since 1904, the folks at Isgro's have been baking up all sorts of Italian goodies, which was great because I'm such a sucker for pastries.
What I'm doing right now is filling a cannoli the old-fashioned way. This is the way that we've been doing it for 120 years.
Well, that's good.
We're probably second famous for, besides the cannoli, our regatta cookie.
I have one of these.
Yeah, go ahead. It's light. You feel like you can eat 100 of them. You kind of have to stop yourself from eating 100 of them.
I managed to step away from the ricotta cookies and head to another one of Tim's old haunts, the famous Italian market. Or rather, the 9th Street Curb Market, since it's actually not just Italian.
Reading Terminal gets all the press, right?
Yeah.
But the Italian market is a must when you're here in Philly.
Little did I know that when Tim was going to show me around his favorite spots in Philadelphia, that a lot of them were going to be his go-to places to eat. And so, with a whole sloppy cheesesteak and a bunch of cookies in me, I made room in my stomach for another one of Tim's favorite sandwich spots, Paesano's.
Where to even start with this?
Right here, this is the quintessential Philly sandwich, the roast pork sandwich. Long hot pepper and broccoli rabe. I like to pull food out of my ass. Not literally.
These sandwiches were so good that I would have eaten them even if they did come out of Chef Peter's ass. Thankfully, they didn't. Tim's life off tour sure does involve a lot of calorie consumption, and I really needed to burn some off and take a walk. Fortunately, Tim takes me on a stroll back in his hood, the Old City, a hub of American history, and where Tim put down roots.
Old City is really one of the more quiet neighborhoods. You're walking through the streets that our founding fathers walked through. So it kind of really brings the history to life, and you get to feel like...
We turn a corner and end up in Elfreth's Alley, a quaint cobblestone street that pretty much looks like it did in the 1700s.
The houses here date as far back as the late 1720s. The street itself, 1703. That car's been double parked for like 20 minutes.
Have you ever considered dressing up as Ben Franklin?
So when I first started, my mom made my first costume, essentially, right? It's like a colonial costume, but I looked more like Aladdin than I did a colonial person.
A day with Tim isn't complete without sampling one particular treat that Ben Franklin can't take credit for: ice cream.
There is no better ice cream. This is my go-to right here.
Okay.
For sure.
The Franklin Fountain is an old-school ice cream parlor which uses honey from beehives right on the roof. So Tim tells me.
We do not get our honey from the roof. No, what we do.
Shit.
No, we
They said the
don't.
honeycomb comes from the roof then. Can you just lie and say that's what it is?
Okay. I'll lie about it. I'll lie about it for you.
I think it's really good. It's very good when you mix the honey with the nougat.
To finish out my time going off tour with Tim, he has one more place to show me.
This is where Ben would come to relax. I identify a great deal with Ben Franklin. You have the transplant part of it, right?
Yep.
So I came from New York. Ben, even though he's from Boston, Philadelphia is where he makes his name, it's where his home is. Then there's that entrepreneurial spirit that Ben has, right? That's something I really identify hard with.
Yeah.
And then lastly is like this aspect of giving back. Everything that he does has some type of public benefit to it.
How often do you take tourists out kite flying in a lightning storm?
Every chance I get, yeah.
Like Ben Franklin, Tim had really made a life for himself in Philadelphia. It's not just a city that forged the birth of the USA, it's a place that Tim settled in, got married, and started his own local and independently run tour company. That said, it's not the only place you can enjoy a beer with a new friend.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to go off tour with me again.